I'm starting. Hey Moss, I'm on. Hello friends, good morning to you all. My friend Gav was supposed to be here, but he's not here. So, c'est la vie, such is life. I'm going to paint some little monsters from Grimcoven. My actual collection is going quite well now. We'll do this Swarm Mistress first. Alexa, airbrush on. I've got 6 models left to paint in the monsters. And then I've got a small decision to make on the little grief hunters, which I'll show off in a second. Haha, Ramascara, yeah, it's going beautifully, isn't it? I guarantee you're about to ask a question about that Pina Colada song. What a legend. So good. Do you like pina coladas and getting caught in the rain? If you're not into yoga, I am into champagne. If you like making love at midnight in the dunes of the Cape, I'm the love that you search for. Come with me and escape. If you like making love at midnight. Yeah, while this chick's drying, so this is, I'll show you this. So these are the hunters from the game in their unlocked form. So basically during the game you get more and more corrupted until eventually you turn into this bestial version of yourself, and it's pretty awesome. In the game, this one's probably my favourite. So here's the challenge that I have. You don't really need these models. These do absolutely nothing other than when you change you can use this model, which is a bit cooler. Every other model in the game is painted once I finish these enemies. So the question I am basically asking myself is, do I need to paint those figures, or can I move on to one of my new projects? And if the answer is yes, I move on to one of my new projects, then I'm excited about that. If it's not, that's okay, but I'm just going to do a shit job on those. Whoa! Mossy, why don't you come and show everyone on camera that? That's a beautiful dress.
I'm not wearing anything.
Oh, funny guy. Come and say hello. No, thanks. What's been happening, Ramascara? Life going okay? Alexa, airbrush off. Hey, Sammy. Boo, boo. I'm the love that you search for. Thanks, Paint Liquor. So, anytime I'm painting a board game, I'm always thinking about resale value, right? And one of the reasons to paint them would be because it will increase my resale value because it's a fully painted collection. However, I don't see myself selling Grimcoven. It's been a real smash for me. So that's not really factoring into my decision making. The next component to it is it necessary for gameplay? And the answer is no, it's not. Hey, Robbie's Hobbies. So then, that sort of leads me to no, don't paint them. But it'd be nice to just have a finished collection and not have to worry about it until some new content comes out. So that's sort of where I find myself. But what I could do is do a dojo job. So the corrupted versions of the characters, they get corrupted by this energy source called Lament, which is like this red fog. And that's why all of my models in this game have that red glow happening. Because there's Lament flying around. What I'm basically thinking is that I could just paint them red. Basically just make them fully red. Glow. Overwhelming them. Because that'd be a 20-minute paint job on all fucking 16 models or all 8 models. So that'd be cool. Anyway, I'm proudly wearing my my Crimson Brush shirt today. Come in here and show it off, Moss. How good's that?
Come on.
Yeah. Mossy's doing a fashion show for me today.
No, I'm doing a wardrobe clean out.
Fashion show.
Wardrobe clean out.
Anyway, proudly wearing my Crimson Brush shirt because when's Crimson Brush, Moss?
2 weeks.
Less than that. It's 1 week and 6 days from the first day of Crimson. Which is cool. Alright. Sounds like my friend Gav's arrived, so we'll be back momentarily. I'll be back. There you go, you're in there, Gav.
I'm in.
How good's that?
Hello, puppy.
Ellie, be kind. Everyone knows Gav. Here's the
G'day.
microphone.
Oh, the mic's there, is it?
Ellie.
Righto, Ellie. Trying to hop off. Off you go.
Gav was on a stream, I reckon 5 years ago.
Oh, not that long ago. Was it really? It probably was. I don't know.
Well, it would have been. I started streaming in 2020.
You've been allowed on the air that long.
And
no one's reported you yet. Oh, that game, like, you know the reason I bought it?
Yeah.
It's got cool miniatures. Here, I'll show you.
yeah, get him out. We do have Gav cam set up so you can see what Gav's painting.
I'm not painting anything. I'm putting stuff together. But
All right, there you go. We've got Gav. Got Gav cam.
I will paint next time. But this game, like, it reminded me of Stranger Things
Oh yeah.
with all the cool miniatures and stuff like that.
What is that?
I know, aren't they cool? How cool are they?
They're awesome. Show them off.
Faceless.
I don't know if I've ever heard of it.
Can we get Elliot?
It was another. It was a Kickstarter game, like, you know, on the Kickstarter.
That's
and
all.
it's all got magnets and stuff like that in it, so they move around and. But aren't they cool?
Shut the door, mate.
You shut the door, mate.
Ellie will bother you.
Ellie will bother you. What is that little guy? He's got a little pig in the back.
But aren't they cool?
Yeah, they're awesome.
And they spin around type sort of thing. They got magnets and stuff like in it, so they change and penny upon the.
Oh, I'll have to look into it.
Yeah. Anyway,
Let me have a look on BGG. Faceless, eh?
one of your 3 viewers might be able to tell you what it is.
Ah, Gav, that's very funny. Billy Goat is chasing you.
Wait, how old's the game? When was it put out?
It came out in 2018.
Cool. It's been sitting on my shelf.
8 years. Very good.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's the Swarm Mistress
What's that
from Grimcoven.
Is that another game?
It is a board game, yes. Fully, almost fully painted. I've got these big monster bosses to paint.
Wow, they're huge.
Yeah, this guy. Graveyard Dragon.
Man, isn't it amazing how board game figures are now
Oh, yeah.
so huge? Like, they
But
used to just
they're-
be like little
they're-
Monopoly. You got the car and the shoe.
They're not just how big they
How much
are,
detail
but
they
how much
are.
detail. Like, they're incredible what they have now.
Well, that's why I buy and still buy board games. Like, I'll bring them in next time. Pantheon Mythic Games.
Oh, Mythic Games, yeah.
Yeah, I've got them all with all the Greek gods and all the like. And if you play like fantasy games like we used to, whatever, they're just awesome.
So Gav and I used to play Warhammer together a long time ago. We did for a long time. I was trying to tell Mossy how long we've been friends for.
Yeah.
Because she's like, I've never met Gav. I said, yeah, well, that's because he's coaching netball now. But
always doing something.
I was trying to ascertain. I reckon it was 2001 was around the time that you and I.
Probably, yeah, a very long time ago.
When did you start with Irresistible Force?
I've been out of Irresistible Force now for, almost 10 years, maybe? Is it maybe 9 years at least? Oh, mate, the picture's so good.
Yeah, and you should see the zoom.
Wow, your setups. You bought the arm and oh man, you're fully sick pro, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm a pro these days, mate.
The setup anyway. Still brown with a wash.
Still brown with a wash, mate. I'm literally going to do brown with a wash right now. Check this out. This looks
this
so
used to
good.
be the stock standard way of Deno painting things. You put a brown, put a wash on it, man, dry brush or highlight, she's done,
How
baby.
does that look?
That does. Have you finished that now?
Nah, it's not quite finished yet. G'day, Paint Station Minis. Thanks for raiding. Yeah, we're not quite finished, but you know, there's little details. I've got to do this little thing. See you, mate. Thank you for the raid. I've got to do the owl. I've got to do these books. I've got to finish the teddy bear. And then I think I was just going to do some work on this shirt. And then I reckon...
It's a Spira.
Yeah, it's a Spira. And then I reckon I might just do a little bit of subtle airbrushing to add some harmonisation of things.
A tint to it all.
Yeah, a bit of a tint.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's basically finished. And then I got this one that I have had on the go for a year or two, but I just haven't finished. It's just a lot of different details. I think I want to add some. It's very
Skin's very dark.
desaturated. Yeah, it's very desaturated intentionally, but
Hold on, spin it around because you don't paint the back. Because no one sees that.
you know,
That's a Deno
sits in the cabinet,
special.
mate.
You only paint the bit that anybody can see.
Sits
You
in
don't
the
paint the
cabinet,
back.
mate. You
That's
don't paint-
right.
you don't
Yeah,
paint
no
the
one paints
back.
that. Half its time,
Professional,
same
mate.
amount of money.
That's how professionals do things.
Is anybody commenting on that one?
No, mate, no one would comment on that. They all think I'm great.
They've drunk the Kool-Aid, the Deno Kool-Aid.
Paint like you trust me. Don't paint the back, mate. Don't listen to Gav. You do you.
Deno and random dude. I like that.
Pure chaos. This is Gav, friend of mine of many years, and
I random to this, but you know. But maybe
he has been on the stream before.
I have, and I'll try and get on a few more times. But I tend to do things early Sunday morning because it's early Sunday. Why this time? Because it fits in America or something like that, does it?
Yeah, so I tend to do board game streams at evening time for me, which is 7 o'clock my time, PM, and that's a great time for European viewers, but for American viewers that is about 4 a.m.
Yeah.
So this board game stream, this is about, I would think, 4 p.m. Oh no, Mana Man, change your name. Yeah, 4 p.m. For Americans this is, so pretty good.
What brush are you using now? What's that thing?
Oh, that's just an Officeworks one.
Oh, is it?
This is for board games figures. I use big brushes and just easy ones because they smash it. Alright, so let's get some Gore Grunter, some of this green, some of this one. Yeah, the American people are wonderful and very much like doing a stream for them specifically. It's literally because my process used to be I get up in the morning and I do a bit of painting.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Because that's what you used to do, type sort of thing.
yeah. So netball coaching, Gavin? How's that going?
Yeah, season's just about to kick off again soon.
Is it a winter sport or summer sport?
It's probably more summer than anything, but it's indoor, so it doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't affect too much. You would have played some mixed netball at some stage, haven't you?
I did, yes. I played some mixed netball.
Obviously, for people overseas, it's a big sport in the Australia and Commonwealth. It's the number one female sport in Australia.
Yeah.
So, but guys play it. I might coach guys, coach girls. It's good.
It's actually a pretty fun sport to play, and it's quite tactical and
Yeah.
technical. What are you assembling there, Gav? We can switch over.
No, I'm just putting together servo turrets for my 10-year Space Marine.
Commission. Gav's doing a commission on Space Marines.
I've been doing it for a decade. Bigger and bigger. And I did all the terrain. That was probably the fun part for this company that I do it for.
Is it a company or?
Yeah, no, they're a gaming company.
Yeah.
And how cool is this? For their employees, they have a games room. So the employees can go in and play board games and miniature games. So they got like full, huge 40k armies, like every single variant.
Really?
Like, yeah, you name it, they've got it. They've got huge terrain tables that their employees can just go in and play games during their breaks and lunchtimes and stuff like that. Isn't that the ultimate gamer's
That's awesome.
dream? Yeah. So I've been doing it for a long time. So I'm a bit Space Marined out.
I was Space Marined out before I even started painting them. I fucking hate Space Marine. I haven't painted a Space Marine in 20 years, I don't reckon.
Yeah, we used to paint them. So if people don't know, Deno used to work for GW right back in the day.
Long time ago.
He was a red shirt. Is that what they call them?
Yeah, red shirts,
It was red shirts back then. You just needed a mustache and then you were definitely... you were definitely doomed. You were on fire back then, remember? How many warnings did you get?
Oh yeah, six or something, 7. I don't know. I was not a model employee.
But you worked in town and Chermside, didn't you?
I actually worked at all 4 of the stores in...
And Mount Gravatt? No, you never worked at Mount Gravatt, did you?
I did work at Mount Gravatt, yeah. It was a bit of a drive for me, but I worked there for probably 6 months. And then I also worked at...
Are they still there?
No, they've moved across the road now.
Oh, that's right. They're in the...
Yeah. They're in the little other...
But it's funny how gaming's changed. I remember when new releases... I can remember when Ogres came out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And remember you'd have to pre-order the box sets, and the box sets actually were great value. Then the sum of their parts were cheaper. So you buy a 150 box set and you get, I don't know, $180 or $200 worth of miniatures. That was back
such
in
a
the
good
day.
deal.
Yeah, Battalion box sets. Remember Battalion box sets? So it was different. Those those days are dead and gone now. They're definitely not what someone's saying.
Live take on body art if I grow a mustache. We had a very fun time with Warhammer back then, didn't we?
Yeah, we went to the ETC, European Team Championships.
Yep.
We played in that. We played in the Masters. Like Warhammer in Australia, the people followed. Like it was pretty
Crazy.
huge. Like it was the...
We had a tournament that had 150 players.
Yep. We'd have a few 150 player tournaments. There'd be Convict,
DogCon, Oktoberfest in Brisbane.
Yep. What was the one that Marcello and that ran in Sydney? Was that DogCon? Was it?
No, DogCon
Convict,
DogCon was January. It was called the Pilgrimage.
Oh, Pilgrimage. Yep. And the cool thing is that we used to have so much fun with was that because Australia's such a huge place, we'd all travel, we'd stay at places.
Play poker.
Yeah, poker was big all the time. Plenty of cool fun drinking games. Just mucking around. But it was a pretty good, and we'd travel around and play all over the country. You even went to, I don't think I played in Perth. I played in Adelaide, played in Melbourne, played in Sydney.
I've never been to Perth, never played in Perth. I wish I did. I'd love to go to Perth. You remember that Tracy comment about wheelchairs? You can't say that on camera.
Don't go to that demo.
Far out. We had some fun. Yeah, I don't know. I played a tournament probably about 2 or 3 years ago now for the new version of Warhammer, which is called Age of Sigmar, and I played as orcs. And the game's pretty fun. It's just, but back then I really feel like there was a skill to it.
Yeah.
You know, like if you were good at Warhammer.
And there's a skill to list design as well.
Yeah.
Like designing lists. You used to design filthy lists, Deno.
I did.
If there was a loophole, Deno was on it.
I would be all over that, like me on a
People
cream
even call
bar.
you Deno on the show?
Yeah, I get called Deno.
But so that was a background, wasn't it? We really started as gamers, and
But then I think you were always a painter. You were always...
yeah. I played. Actually, it's funny. Obviously, you've been watching Stranger Things, like who hasn't been?
Yeah.
I started playing D&D when I was at school a long time ago.
Did you?
Yeah, and we used to play it. And my mate Jonathan Walker, he was a legend. He was an awesome painter.
Yeah.
And so when we'd play, we'd just like in Stranger Things, he'd be the dungeon master. We'd have the miniatures all there, and that's how I got into miniature painting.
That's cool. I didn't know that. I don't think you'd ever told me that.
One of my characters' name was Dick Chipper.
I do remember Dick Chipper.
Dick Chipper, yeah, that's where it came from.
Alexa, airbrush on.
Can you you turn your... Oh, mate, what? You don't even have to press a button now. You're
No.
too lazy. That's a classic. So, spoiler alert, when the last episode of Stranger Things was on the other week,
Yeah.
they were back playing in the basement again.
Yeah.
And that's how we used to play. Like,
Yeah.
we don't have basements in Australia, but we played in the garage.
Yeah.
And, mate, we'd play all night.
Yeah.
And by 4 o'clock in the morning, we were in stupid hats, doing stupid things, doing donut runs on people in the area, and yeah, it was cool.
What a cool time.
But and I remember, E. Gary Gygax.
No spoilers, don't worry, there's no spoilers.
Yeah, if you're not a fan, it's not going to make any difference. You're a fan, you binged it as soon as it came out. So
Oh, not everyone has as much time as you do, Gavin.
yeah, school holidays. But you've watched it, haven't you?
Yes, I watched it day one that it
Yeah.
came out.
But I mean, did you watch the last episode
Yeah.
recently?
Yeah, the first that came out.
Oh, Dano, have you got any plastic glue that actually works that doesn't... Freaking I hate this needle glue.
No,
Have you
do
got
you know how to fix it though?
Yeah, righto, you fix this one then. Is that your one you just put over?
Yeah, that's my broken
Righto,
one.
you fix this one because, yeah, the old match thing, let's see if it works.
Yeah, match
Righto,
trick's good.
let's go. Because, man, anyone can see I've got a whole box of the suckers here. I usually use really thin wire. I can't find my wire. Yeah, and then you burn your finger off doing that.
No, well, you leave it in the fucking thing, mate.
So are people painting while you're...
Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes people paint, sometimes people just watching and chatting.
So you leave it in what?
That's it. You're good.
Let's see if I get paint out. Yeah, fast you're on the old typing.
Is there any green in this left, or is it all gone? It's all gone. Alright, I'll have to remember to get some dark green spray.
See, that didn't work, didn't I?
Give it in. No, leave it in there. Leave it in there.
So you leave it in there
Yeah.
and light the whole thing up and it explodes.
Burn it. Burninating. Is Gav a fella you should follow?
I don't have any sort of thing that I follow.
Gav,
I have won some golden demons though.
Gav has won several golden demons.
Mate, that's a blast from the past as well. GD in Australia is dead, isn't it?
Mm.
Do they even have one anymore?
They do have a golden demon, but not in Australia.
Yeah, I know they have one overseas because you see all those magnificent painters over there.
Like Albert, who's coming to judge Crimson.
Oh no, I just didn't he just win recently?
He did win recently.
So where do they have it now? I know they got England. Do
They have
have,
one-
do
they
they
have
have
one in
the
America?
35 they have in America? Remember they used to have one in almost every. Oh, it works now. So how did you do that? Just
So the
burn at
reason
one end.
Yeah, the reason it stops is because it dries in the tip.
Yeah,
So
right.
you get plastic
I've
glue
always
dried in the
used-
tip.
I've always used, like I said.
No, well that'll
thin
take you
wire.
forever, mate.
All right, beautiful. Got it now.
Just do the deno.
There, I
Let's go
picked
in
up
the
a new trick
distance.
today.
Yeah, I think they
Remember
do
golden-
they do North America and they do
But tell me if I'm
Germany.
wrong. Viewer, tell me if I'm wrong. There was a stage when they had about 4 golden demons in Australia, didn't they? They had a Chicago one, they had an Atlanta one.
in the world. Yeah, they
no,
had,
in America had about 4.
Yeah, there was a period where there was quite a few, probably
Yeah.
like 6 or 8, but they've trimmed down to 3 now.
Yeah,
Because there's
in America.
there's one in America,
Yeah, oh, okay.
and then there's one in Germany,
Yeah.
and then there's one in the UK.
Remember there used to be the one in Spain. That used to be the one.
Well,
The Spanish one was...
the Spanish are
insane.
just
But they lost theirs as
lunatics.
well, didn't they?
yeah. He's going the distance. Where's me fucking signal blue? You
And the ones in Sydney, Australia, they were massive. They were at the convention centre. And then remember, it went pear-shaped, and we went to a store.
We went to a store,
We
yeah.
went to stores, and everybody would pack in there. That was probably the last time. Actually, probably not the last time, but Sebastian Archer was at those.
Yeah.
People might know. I don't know. Just is Seb well known in the wider painting
Seb.
community anymore?
Seb's a legend. Seb is one of the best. He's going to be at Crimson next week. Hello, Doms. Yeah, the Golden Demons in Australia were pretty amazing for us and for our scene. But
And that's actually how the Crimson Brush came about, really, wasn't it? Because we lost. There was no painting competitions.
yes,
It
well,
is.
back then it was called the Crystal Dragon, and it
Crystal
was
Dragon,
organised by Meg Maples. But yeah, it became the Crimson Brush a few years ago. We're in our 5th year actually. This is year 5.
Yeah, but it was called. But the painting competition there's been.
The painting competition's been there for a long time. Yeah, I've been running the painting comp there for probably 10 years as well.
Yeah. Still doing that, just like squirting, not having your air on and releasing paint like you meant to as an airbrush artist.
Look at me, mate.
I know, mate. Well, does it as long as it works for you? It doesn't matter if it's.
It is maestro behaviour from me on the airbrush. I've become an airbrush wizard. You used to be the master. Now you're but a learner.
Yeah,
I'm the
I'm a
master.
Padawan. I'm the Grogu.
I still haven't watched The Mandalorian.
Oh, you've got to be kidding
No,
me.
I love Star Wars, and I just have not watched The Mandalorian. I've
Mandalorian.
watched Ahsoka. I've watched like the
Mandalorian
Jedi one.
is the best.
Everyone reckons it's awesome. I just never got around to it.
Mate, I can't believe that.
I know.
That is not one of your best, dunno. Even your viewers will be sitting there just going, you've lost kudos already.
They are saying exactly that.
Are they?
Yeah. I've watched one episode, and it had the first episode, and it had IG-88 in it.
Oh.
And I don't know anything else about IG-88 other than that first episode, but I can play him in a game that I play called Star Wars Outer Rim, and he's awesome in that. So there you go.
Look, the other thing that you missed out of all that is,
Isn't there an episode where Luke Skywalker comes in?
Yep.
Yeah, that's
It is-
cool.
It is very, very cool.
Rogue One is... Oh, and Andor. I've watched Andor.
Andor's awesome.
Andor's, I reckon, the best piece of Star Wars content that has been done since the original trilogy.
Yeah. Well, because
But Rogue One, a very
because it
close
actually,
second.
you know why? Because I think it had an adult storyline.
Yeah.
It had layers upon layers. Actually, did you watch Skeleton Crew?
No.
Oh, Skeleton Crew was very cool. I like that. It was like
Alexa, airbrush off.
Goonies in space.
Yeah, right. No,
There's an old movie.
no minor man, you should definitely watch Andor, even if you're not a person who watches TV shows. Andor is just
Yeah.
top shelf.
And they ended it the right way. Well, it had to end, didn't it? Because it had to lead into...
Some of the best shows that I've ever watched, probably all the best shows I've ever watched, have a distinct end point.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like Battlestar Galactica.
Oh, love Battlestar Galactica.
That because it's the ones that keep going past their use-by date.
Yeah, yeah.
Or in Game of Thrones' case, past the date when they had actual content from George R. Martin to deal with.
Well, actually, the Egg at Night starts next week.
Yep. Duncan the Tall.
Yeah, but you know what? Have you seen? They're only like 25-minute episodes.
I'm not even going to watch it, I don't think.
Oh, well,
Have you watched House of the Dragon?
yeah, of course.
No, I watched the first season and
I'm
haven't
a
watched anything since.
I'm a massive Game of Thrones fan, so I remember. This is where streaming's changed, I guess. I remember waiting for it to drop every week.
Yeah.
And it was... And I don't mind waiting for some shows that drop every week, but other times I like what they've kind of done with...
Well, what they did with Stranger Things and splitting the season into 3, because one of the reasons why Game of Thrones became a cultural phenomenon was that it was the thing that you talked about for those 10 weeks. You know, did you watch Game of Thrones? And that would be what's going to happen in the next episode.
Water cooler talk. That's
Exactly.
what you used to call it.
Yeah. And that was just the thing that you would do for that 10-week period was, I can't believe what's going to happen.
Well, for all you American viewers out there, like that started with Seinfeld.
Did it?
And that water cooler, you come the next morning and, you'd be talking about Festivus. Do you know what I mean? And like all those, like, like high points, and I remember when probably one of the best episodes, and your viewers might want to guess, like in probably signature Game of Thrones episodes, the Red Wedding,
Oh,
when Robb Stark and his wife and that were all butchered, like things like that. They were the sort of shows you go, man, did you see that last night, the Red Wedding? Or
Yeah.
like,
that was epic, the Red Wedding.
yeah. And the death of Joffrey at his wedding. I love when he got poisoned. That was very cool.
Alexa, airbrush on.
Does anybody agree? What do people say?
Yeah, Duncan Egg would be worth it to stay short. Better to not bloat the story more than needed. Alexa, airbrush on.
What was that? So time was last two shows enjoyed. Yeah, I really like. See, this is the thing. Shogun, the series. Did you watch Shogun?
No.
Oh, mate, awesome.
It does look good.
But it's just one story. But because it's made money,
They added more.
and they are like the author did write other stories, but it's not the same. Like, that was a great TV show. I love that.
See, that's why I think things like Battlestar and Andor are so good, because they can work towards an end point. They know what's going to happen. They're not just bloating it for the sake of bloating it.
Yeah.
Because Andor was just
And Stranger
unbelievable.
Things. Stranger Things always had a...
Yeah.
Like, if I go other shows that I like that are... Like Ted Lasso.
Oh,
Had a beginning, a middle, and an end. And they always said that. But they've fallen into it.
they're doing a season 4.
Yeah. Mate, money talks, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And I'm not sure... Oh, look, people got to make... Going on to shows, have you obviously seen Avatar?
The movie
Yeah.
or the last Airbender?
Yeah, the movie Avatar. You saw the latest Avatar?
No,
Haven't you seen it yet?
no. I haven't even
No.
seen the second one.
Wow,
The first one was great. I just didn't feel like they needed a second or third one.
mate, there's going to be a fourth and a fifth. So I don't know what you're talking about.
It's supposed to be good, but
It is good.
I don't know. How many times can you have a dude flying a big giant space lizard?
Oh, look, I think they've jumped the shark a bit, mate. They've got...
Is there giant space lizards flying?
Yeah, there's giant space lizards in the water and that fly in.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
3.6 hours, nothing's that good.
Yeah.
I remember
Pack the feed bag size of popcorn, let me tell you.
I remember the first one. I remember the first one, and I thought, yeah, that was great.
Yeah, because it was...
But yeah, it's the first one was just a retelling of Fern Gully. Do you remember that comic? Fern Gully? Yeah, you remember that?
It's Australian. People will have no idea what you're talking about with Fern Gully.
But that's what it was. It was his Fern Gully remade. With
And he's just made billions of dollars.
he's made billions and had the highest grossing films of all time.
I was
but-
with my niece yesterday in Sydney, and we were watching the making of how it was
Yeah.
pretty cool how they did it all underwater because they wanted the movements of water. There's a whole lot of stuff on Disney that have it, but yeah, I went and saw it the other week. And like it was really cool, but I don't know. It wasn't anything I didn't expect. It's just the same story now of cowboys and Indians.
Yeah, Pocahontas. I haven't watched it, right, so I'm not in a position to criticise, but
You're going to anyway.
it didn't do anything for me. I remember Guns
Oh,
called me up and
Guns.
he's like, oh, Avatar's the greatest movie ever made.
Yeah, he was hugely into Avatar. Like, and I get it. I get the fascination with the technological side of it, but it's a pretty basic story. Like,
Yeah.
you see the first few minutes, you know what's going to happen in the end.
Yep.
So it's not something you come out going, oh, geez.
It's a revolutionary film that's changed how I feel about life.
Yeah.
Alexa, airbrush off. Thank you.
What is it? What are people saying?
Have a great day, Doms. Are you coming down to Crimson, mate? Will we see you, Crimson? We better. It might be Brisbane Display Painters Guild today, actually. So have fun at that.
Where do they do that at?
They have a couple of venues that they do it at. They switch south side and north side.
They do anything at IF?
They don't do it at IF, no. They do it at
What is that?
the Dice spot.
That's your local.
So I don't organise it.
Oh, you're not involved with that at all?
Well, I started because you know I've done a lot of stuff. So I basically said there was this introduction of the guilds. You've been out of the loop for a while, but they came across these. We decided to start doing guilds based on there was a mob in Sydney that were doing regular catch-ups.
I remember the guilds deal.
The Sydney Display Painters Guild.
That was Seb who started most of that.
Seb and Jared, and so they decided to start doing that across other states.
Andrew Lum. Remember
Could
Andrew
be.
Lum?
Could be.
Yeah.
So when they did a Melbourne Figure Collective and the Adelaide Display Painters Guild and all this sort of stuff, everyone was asking me, "Dano, when are you going to start the fucking Brisbane one?" And I just said, "I'm not. I've got way too much shit going on. I'm not interested in spending more of my time organising something for a community."
For people overseas, like Brisbane's a massive, like, you know, we've got almost 3 million people living in the area, but Brisbane's really spread out.
Yep.
So we live on the south side now, but when Dano lived, before you moved, you lived on the north side, which is, for me, where I live, like a good hour drive.
So it never ended up happening until someone else took over and did it.
Yeah.
And so now someone else organises it. I try to get there, but it's hard because...
And so just people just come along, hang out and paint.
Yeah, just basically come along and
That's
paint.
pretty cool.
So they do once a month.
Yeah. Different venues and that.
Different venues. They get a good... We're getting a good 20 people, 30 people there.
Did you go into QMHE and...
Yeah, went to
clean up
QMHE.
again?
Yeah, cleaned up. I'm just trying to win best of show again. I won it once.
Your day's done, don't they?
Mm.
They don't like your style of painting.
They don't.
I just look now. Cool. So you did the white to give that a bit more pop?
Yeah. The red through the airbrush is pretty good. Has a nice misting, but good work, Dom. That's if you want to go to the Brisbane Display Painters Guild.
It looks really good on the screen. It doesn't look that good in real life. You've got the soft filter on. Oh, please. Oh, mate. How many programs you got running to make that look good? That doesn't...
Some things never change. Death, taxes, and Gav giving me shit.
Actually, what did you... So, like, I haven't bought much stuff for a while because I've got truckloads of it. But I did... You know I'm a big Angel Giraldez fan.
Yeah.
He's brought out that new book, True Metal. It's funny how things go full circle because that was the only way to play. And then it was... Remember it was NMSE, like the non-metallic...
Yeah, non-metallic Sea Earth, Sky Earth,
sort of
whatever it was.
Whatever it was. It sounds like... You know what? The non-metallic Sky Earth. That sounds like an Avatar name, doesn't it? But anyway, like, it's interesting that...
True Metallics has come back into vogue.
Mate, it's just all... It's no different from...
Well, here's a fun piece of information. The last 2 winners of Crimson were actually True Metallic Metal.
Well, yeah. It's just bizarre. Because there was that whole thing, and I'd never been a massive fan of non-metallic metal because if you look at it at the wrong angle, it doesn't make sense. It's great for a display piece that
sits in a cabinet.
Sits at a certain angle with a light on it.
It's very hard to do gaming pieces in non-metallic metal and have it look right.
And it's really interesting, like, if your viewers out there, sort of one of the best painters in Australia, probably still is, Glenn Lamprecht. He used to... Remember he had vampire counts. He won 3 Slayer swords in Australia.
4. He won 4.
he would play his Slayer Sword winners on his tabletop in his Vampire Counts army at tournaments.
And his Wood Elves as well. He won
And his Wood Elves.
his first one.
Was a Vampire Slayer on the horse.
Yeah.
Mounted Vampire Lord.
No, his first one was Scouts. He won.
That's right.
Yeah,
Wood Elves.
Scouts.
Yeah, that was
Wood Elves,
Wood,
Scouts.
yeah.
No Mana Man's got a question for you, Gav.
Yeah.
How much of a difference is there in painting non-metallic metal and true metallic metal?
Huh. I don't think there's any difference.
Hmm.
So, because
Other
I've
than-
never
other than the
painted
paint
non-metallic.
you use.
I got, yeah. So when I first started airbrushing, you could use all the tints, and you could tint all metallic metal. So you could go, say, I don't know, if I go old GW colours, you could go mithril silver. You could shade and put all your highlight points on with gunmetal,
Well, a lot
and
of
then
people-
you
a lot
could
of people
use
use
different
white.
colours and hues, like white.
White to highlight and true
So
metallic
what's the
metal.
difference between doing yellows and going up to a highlight
Yeah.
and using metallic colours and going to a highlight and a shade?
Yeah.
I don't think there's any difference.
The actual technique of painting non-metallic metal is almost identical to the technique that you use to paint true metallic metal.
And you know what I find so, and I reckon it's an awesome question, you know what I find so funny, is that all references to paint non-metallic metal are off metallic objects. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yep.
you see the things where people show how to do it, they show a sphere or a ball and they put the light on it,
Yeah.
and then they replicate like that metallic object that they're looking at to
Yep.
paint a non-metallic. So, but there's a massive. I think it's ridiculously difficult to do, but really good metallics are really difficult to do as well.
Alexa, airbrush on. I've seen the very best, and when you go to a gallery and you look at old paintings,
What did it say?
you see two-dimensional artists that used to paint metal, and that's where the concept of non-metallic metal came from.
Who's that said? Metallics is just paint with glimmer. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
It's paint. But anyway, like it's funny how what was funky, like it was all non-metallic. Now we're swinging back to geez,
Yeah,
you
painting
with
true
metallic.
metallics.
True
is the
metallics. And
real-
I even love this true metallics. Like yeah, so interesting, but Angel or Angled Grey or
Angel,
however you pronounce it, he's a legend. His stuff's amazing. But I don't see what all the fuss is about. It's just someone showing off how fancy they are. Dunno, have you got any big like house-sized dioramas that you're working on again soon?
Up the top there
What's it
is
going to be?
all of the
miniature?
dinosaurs
Oh, okay.
from Aradia, and it's going to get started in about 2 weeks. That wooden thing, where is it?
How are you going to do it on this space here? I suppose you
I
sectionalise
use
it,
it
don't
over
you?
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a wooden tray somewhere down the bottom there.
Yeah,
That's going to be the base.
Yep.
It's going to have.
It comes with drinks.
It's going to have.
Drink serving.
It's a lazy Susan.
Lazy Susan.
It's going to have a recessed area for water.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be a pond, like a old lizard men spawning pool.
Yep.
And yeah, have you seen those models? They're awesome.
No, chuck me some down.
You can grab them.
Oh, I'll grab them.
Yeah, I'm fucking painting with me airbrush, you clown.
Yeah, well, I just want to grab all your stuff.
Grab
Never grab another man's miniatures. Oh, that's pretty cool. Not sure about.
Little monkey.
No,
That's
that's out of Planet of the Apes. That's what it looks like. Who's the company?
Aradia.
Oh, Aradia. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I
So,
love Aradia miniatures.
All of them are
They do really cool stuff.
they're unreal.
Wow. It's very full on.
That's going to be a.
Have you
yeah,
got a Centurion up there? What are you doing painting a Centurion? You don't usually paint.
for every QMHE, I like to enter in the historical.
Yeah.
I like to enter a historical category.
Just saw that up there.
It's a nice figure, that Centurion.
Hmm.
Yeah, I've got a Centurion, and I've got a couple of little projects they've
Do
been
they
able to
still
go
do
for.
World Miniature Expo?
Yeah, that was last year. Eric Swinson won.
Are there, righto, Dano, so, and your viewers might want to add into it, who's the gun up and coming painter? We're talking about someone who hasn't, in this last decade, you know? Like, who is new on the scene that is doing amazing stuff?
Yeah, Eric Swinson is probably...
Yeah, but he's been around forever.
He has, but he's won everything in the last couple of years.
Yeah.
There's a couple of great painters. There's a dude who does a lot of stuff for Mindworks. I'll have to find his name.
Yeah.
He basically just does replications of classical artwork.
Yeah.
But his skin tones are absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
Mini Den's great. He's probably up and coming. Is a good way to describe him.
What about Banshee? What's he doing?
Yeah,
He's a legend.
he's still around, but
I'd love to get him to Australia.
he's just too expensive. We tried.
We'd have to sell the kidney.
Moses, thanks Xtab. Yeah, Moses is not only is he parting the Red Sea, but he's painting great figures as well.
Where's he from?
He's from America land.
Okay.
Moses Yao.
Cool. But see, that's a great thing about painting. Longevity is a big thing.
See you, Paint Liquor. Have a great day. Yeah, I'll do the rest with brush.
Anybody else who's...
Alexa, airbrush off. I'll
I'm
check
not
my...
quite sure how to help you with
Alexa, airbrush off. You scumbag. I'll check my grams.
Still dominated by male painters, by the sounds of it?
Yes, but there's a few that are very, very good
What's
female
the name
painters.
of the American painter there for a while? Oh, geez, I can't think of names now.
Been out of the loop for too long.
Just thinking.
Yeah, I'll send you some links. There's some great ones. Xtab was here when you were on the stream last time. Yes, it is, mate. It is Gavin. He's on the stream.
Mate, I can't believe you've had a viewer who's
Stayed with me for that
stayed
long.
with you for that long and hasn't. Yeah.
No, this is Gav, the great man. Been friends with him a long time. Decided to come along.
We live closer together now. Since Dano's moved from the other side of Brisbane.
Yeah, but now that Gav's decided he wants to come over more, I'm going to move back there. So
Oh, mate. Until I haven't used my clippers. I need new clippers, man. Clippers are expensive. I like Xuron ones. They're pretty cool. Hand of God.
Hand of God. I've never used them. I use these green ones. You're not allowed to use these, but these are great. They're brand new, basically.
I'll try them out. I'll put them on some steel now. See what
Oh,
it puts in this.
sad.
No, I use what's it? I'm trying to think. Is it anyway? Japanese ones. The best. All those companies that do Gunpla miniatures, they have really super.
No, he is old. He is old.
I am
Xtab.
old. What was
He
that?
probably wasn't back then, but he is now.
Now. What was that? Laying some shit.
Apparently, last time you got upset that someone called you old.
Oh, I am old. I'm definitely old now.
Now you are. Probably not then, but you are
It's
now.
funny how people remember the highlights of that last episode.
There wasn't many, mate, but you kicking off about being old would have been a highlight for sure.
Yeah.
No, we've both got. Oh damn! I don't want that to be that colour. Can I recover this?
Dano's still wearing the 1980s Malay.
The hair's going lovely, actually. I'm pretty happy with how it's travelling. Koki, I play games with Koki, Darren, and Tobes, and all three of them are going bald. So
Koki's going bald.
Oh, Koki's completely bald now.
Has he embraced the comb over, or is he?
No, he's
hanging
just,
on.
No, he's like, I'm done. I'm just bald. But
But Stratty looks good in it because he's got the full ZZ Top beard happening. So
yeah. But so I'm there. There's me just rocking on with me long hair on games night. They're filthy about it.
Yeah,
it's very good.
And you've got your flowing locks in the breeze.
I rub it in too. Oh.
Yeah, but it's interesting because male pattern baldness is usually from high testosterone levels. So, so it says a lot about you: low testosterone, low manliness.
Agreed.
They've all got kids, you know.
Yeah, they've all got kids.
Yeah, that's right. You have kids, you got no hair. Look at you, Deno, full set of flying locks.
No testosterone.
No testosterone. No lead in the pencil.
So here's a fun fact that a lot of people probably don't know. If you were to go back and look at the very first YouTube video that is on my channel, it is myself and Gavin preparing for the World Team Championships of the Warhammer
How long ago was
ETC.
that?
It was 2009 was when that video released.
So what's that? 16? Is that 16 years ago?
Yep.
Wow. I didn't even know they had YouTube back then almost.
Mate, YouTube's been around a long time. But yeah, if you go back...
Actually, how long has YouTube been around? Wouldn't it be around?
2004, I think it came out.
Okay, so not too far in. You used to do lots of YouTubey stuff back then.
Still
didn't you?
do.
No, well, obviously now
Yep.
doing this. You look it up on screen, aren't you?
The video, you want to watch it? Yeah, 2005 it was founded in thingy. Yeah, if you go back and scroll through all my videos, the very first video on my channel is Gav and I doing a video for the Australian team going to the ETC.
Here's something funny. Remember back then, man, these are stupid, these are. Podcasts were massive. What's the podcast we filled in for as the B team? Who was
Jeff Carroll.
Jeff Carroll, yeah.
And the podcast was called Podhammer.
Podhammer. So if you want to hear some classic Gav and Deno, we did some Podhammer. Didn't we film them as well?
No, we didn't film them. We just
But
recorded
we did them in the old IF,
Did them in the
original
old
IF
in
shop.
the place
at
that's
Bryant's
now an
Road.
Indian spice shop.
Yeah, Indian spice shop.
And it was you, me, and Dodgy filled in for Jeff
Yep.
Carroll, Mick Fair, and someone else who I can't remember.
I wonder what Jeff Carroll's doing now, because they were in Newcastle, which is north of Sydney.
Do you remember how big that was? It was just...
Podhammer was massive. They were huge. They were actually they were the first podcast that got serious sponsors, didn't they? They
Yep.
used to get sponsors,
Yeah.
which was unheard of. And that's when Warhammer was like an absolute
At its peak.
juggernaut.
In its heyday.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Jeff Carroll, I remember he was just a lovely guy, but
Ginger,
but pretty average
Ginger
at Warhammer.
Ninja. Oh, he was a terrible player.
And then because he did this podcast, he just became this absolute celebrity.
Angry Dave. Remember Angry Dave?
That's right.
Angry Dave. So there used to be this guy there. We used to call him Angry Dave because literally he played angry. He'd be playing a 12-year-old kid and smash him and tell him to F off at the same time. Get effing good. Come back and play me next time. There'd be little kids crying if he played him. He'd destroy people.
Oh, that was good.
Angry Dave. Oh, man.
Only
There you go.
a ginger can call another ginger. No, we're allowed to call them gingers. But yeah, Jeff
Well, he was. He had red hair. Like, it's not,
Ranger. He went from being just
They
a
would know that in
random guy.
America. Ranger's an Aussie word, isn't it?
Yes. Just being a random guy into basically an overnight celebrity
Yeah.
because of his podcast. And it was really the first Warhammer podcast that took off. It was massive.
Yeah. It was huge.
I'm going to Google right now Podhammer,
Podhammer.
the B team, and see if it
The
still
B team
appears
still
on
comes
the
up.
internet.
Yep.
I reckon it will.
I reckon it will as well. Maybe. I just don't know him yet. Podhammer and the B team.
It does appear. There's information about it. I'd have to try and track down the episode. I'm sure it'll be on the internet somewhere. Just like those sex tapes you did a few years ago, Gav. Can't remove that from the internet. All right, on fire today. So you have a pretty locked in routine on a Sunday now, Gav. Get up,
That sounds pretty good.
paint for a few hours, then Mossy and I go to the gym, and then come back, I have my lunch, and then I get to play game for a couple of hours, and then we usually go for a drive in the afternoon, just
Where
take
do
the
you usually
dog.
go to?
Oh, we just go for, sometimes down to Redcliffe or just somewhere, go for a drive, get out of the house for a bit.
Yep.
Take Ellie, go for a walk, and then have
Ellie
dinner.
would need a bit of a run.
She does need a regular. Mossy gets up more. I think the main reason she gets up in the morning is to take her for a walk.
Yeah.
So they go for an hour walk in the morning and then go for another one. No, Gav's not coming to the gym. He'd put me to shame at the gym.
No, I'm too old for that now.
Oh, mate.
I go for a ride when I get home. I like riding my bike, so I get on my mountain bike.
Gav used to be a very, very good rugby player, didn't you?
It's a long time ago now. But rugby's huge in America.
Is it?
Yeah. There's more rugby players in the United States than there are in Australia, I think. Now.
Is that the case?
Yep.
Wow. I would not have picked that.
Yeah. Oh, actually, looking forward. I was a bit upset the other day. I'm a bit of a Ravens fan, so when
Baltimore.
Yeah. And they did all that hard work. Isaiah Likely pulls an absolute screamer out of the air, and they bring on the rookie kicker, and he misses a friggin' layup shot. I was in tears. So, I don't know. You got any fans who... You must have fans.
Yeah.
Watch the footy.
Yeah.
No, I love it. Just trying to make sure I get the right cannons on this stupid servo thing. That's what I'm looking at my phone for. So you got any Baltimore fans on your stream, Deno?
I'm sure we do. Alexa, airbrush on. Let's use my favourite colour for the airbrush to just do a little tweak. If I can find the fucker.
What colour is that?
It's called Hexed Lichen. It is a
the
purple.
purpley hex lichen.
That's
That's
the one.
That's a Vallejo colour.
It is Vallejo Model Air. It's an absolute banger.
Oh, here's one
What
of
was
your
this here?
favourites. Here's your
It
crimson.
is. It is here. I'm gonna have to replace this space.
Oh, what's wrong with it?
Empty. No, it's empty. It's one of my favourite colours. So good. I tried to get into NFL because I've got a lot of mates that like it. Whaley obviously loves it, and I acknowledge the strategy in the game, and I'd really like to like it more.
Yeah.
But I just haven't been able to get into it.
What was that?
X-Tab,
I found a spot.
Gav is painting.
What is gas painting?
Gav is painting absolutely nothing. I'll turn my melon off here.
No.
He's
I
actually-
am putting together Space Marines Primaris Fire Strike servo turrets. just absolutely loving it. Not.
Here's Gav view,
Here's Gab you.
and he's painting absolutely nothing. He's just
I will be next week. I'll paint if I'm on next week. I'll come and paint some stuff. I'll bring my airbrush, but I don't know if we can have. I actually have to. I can't tell my airbrush to turn on and off. I actually push a button.
Unlucky. No, next week's not good. I've got to prepare for Crimson, mate. I'll be actually packing all my streaming stuff up.
Oh, are you going to stream down there? Are you?
I stream
Of course you
every
are.
year. Yep. Stream the.
Are you going to have the? Are you judging or are you entering this year?
So no, I've never entered. Never entered my competition that I run.
Good way to win awards, isn't it, mate? And the winner is Deno. No, I'm sorry. I should have said that the right way. That you have entered its previous iterations.
Indeed, yes.
When it was not the Crimson Brush, when it was
The Crystal Dragon. I
Crystal
entered.
Dragon. Sorry, yep, there's the name.
Yeah. So next week is we start preparing for the event because I drive down. Actually, drive down to
You
Sydney.
take the company car.
I don't. No, I have to hire a van.
Really?
Yep.
Is that expensive to do that?
Costs about $700.
Oh, okay. That is reasonably expensive.
It is.
So, Canberra, if people don't know, is the capital of Australia.
I don't think Australians know that.
So, and interesting, here's a bit of historical knowledge for those people overseas. When Australia was colonised, invaded, however you want to say, Sydney and Melbourne were the two big competing cities, and they couldn't decide which was going to be the capital, so they created Canberra, and Canberra is a totally pre-planned city. It was planned as the capital. So if you ever get to go to Canberra, it's really well laid out, isn't it? It's totally... whereas Brisbane, Sydney and Melbourne, the three biggest cities in Australia, are just
sort of
sprawled.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this is a planned city, and it's pretty cool, Canberra. It's extremes, isn't it? Like it's snow, black ice,
Oh, yeah. It's
or at the moment they've got like a 40 degree, and we're talking Celsius, so which is about 110, 115 Fahrenheit heat wave at the moment.
In Crimson a few years ago, they had a friggin'
Bushfire.
bushfires, and so the whole place was
had to shut the
yeah.
competition
it
down.
was crazy.
The place was going to burn down.
Absolutely wild. Crimson will be streamed again, is the plan. We will be streaming all 3 days, and we'll basically talk through entries and stuff, but I am going to make a change this year, which reminds me I've got a message.
People don't like change.
The organising crew. Well, no. We've the last few years we've done a judging stream where we've streamed.
Yeah,
the
I've actually have watched some of that when you've had interesting judges.
Well, this year we've got some amazing judges, but I'm not going to be putting the whole judging on camera this year.
Why is that? You got some flack?
No, I haven't got any flack. Well, no more than the usual.
It's all subjective, remember.
Yeah. No, the part of my challenge with running the event is that the stream is kind of where I put most of my focus.
Yeah.
And what that tends to do means that the people that are at the event that have paid money to participate at the event aren't getting as much focus from me as the people that are on the stream. So the stream's definitely brought more people and more knowledge to the event.
Yeah.
But yeah.
People want some Deno face-to-face time. So what do they... So who's running the stream then if you're not running the stream?
Well, I'm going to try and split the difference and do a little bit less streaming.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. And put a little bit more time into the people at the event. But we'll see. I've said on here before that this might be my last Crimson that I run. We'll see. G'day, El Kraken. Yeah, I'm actually pretty much fully finished on Grimcoven now. I've got 4 monsters to go.
Just because of the commitment to having to...
It's just a lot of time for me spent. both in the lead up and then at the event itself. And yeah, I mean, it's fine.
Actually, I don't think you could do it, Deno. You love being in the spotlight, buddy.
Well, at Crimson, I tend to be out of the spotlight. I tend to be.
No, you're not. You're on stream. You love streaming. So.
Well, I don't. I'm not on camera much on stream. I'm normally in the background setting up shots and organising people and doing.
So you're like the James Cameron.
Exactly.
Sort of
Yeah,
thing,
you
eh?
can call me the Avatar director of Crimson.
Yeah. And you've done 5, so this is your 5th movie.
Well, I did Crystal Dragon as well. So I've done.
Yeah.
I think I've done 10 years of.
So here's the question: Who does it if you don't? That's the problem. Because
That is the problem.
This has always been the issue in the painting scene. Is that many people do it. Everybody works them into the ground, takes it for granted, and then when they leave, no one picks it up. Or do you know what I mean?
That is absolutely the question. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what will
Has
happen.
anybody volunteered? So there is no succession plan for Crimson Brush.
There is, but whether. Yeah, I mean, it's best plans, best laid plans.
Yeah.
We'll see if that person or those people are willing to do it once the actual
Rubber hits the road.
Yeah. And I haven't decided. I think I keep tossing about it because I really
If you
am
can't
passionate about
decide, your decision's already made.
what you
You
think I'm
shouldn't
still
be doing
in.
it.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Like if you're vacillating about it, then maybe it's time to step back for a year. But you can always come back into it.
That's
You just gotta
true.
Find
I
the
could.
right person to do it.
It's true.
But it's become a big thing in Australia now, isn't it?
Well, it's massive. Yeah, it's the biggest competition in Australia.
But it's a whole. There's thousands of people there. There's so many different games and board games and cosplay and all
But-
that sort of stuff.
I mean, we get international guests coming over for Crimson.
Yeah. And so people know obviously it's a good time of the year, so international painters can do classes because people are on holidays still. I guess that's probably the same thing in most places in the world. It's that time of sitting around not doing much.
Alexa, don't worry. You're fine. You're very attractive.
Sorry, I don't know that.
That's okay. Alexa, you're very pretty.
Have you looked up at your screen? What do people say?
People just chat away, mate.
What is that spotlight?
It's always on me
You're
because
a-
I'm taller.
You're a head taller than. What does that mean?
I'm taller than most people, so the spotlight's already on me because you said I like having the spotlight on me before.
Your head's bigger, not taller. Deno has always been a shrinking violet. but you deserved it. You kind of. Okay. You can record this and you want to sound grab or video grab this. But, you've done a lot for Aussie painting in the last decade. And, sometimes it's time for someone else to step up into the space.
Yes, agreed.
Because, you being overseas and going to all those shows over there and Monty and all the rest of it, and your prolific painting, speed.
Mm-hmm.
Have you still got your putty and paint profile? Do you put
I
anything
do.
there
Yeah,
anymore?
anytime I paint new stuff, I put it
You've
on
got just a million miniatures there.
I think I'm ranked number 22 in the world.
Are you?
Yeah.
I own about 5 or 6 Deno miniatures. If anybody's looking to buy any Denisons, I have a few in my cabinet of putty and paint. Send me a message. Might be willing to part for them for some good cashola. There, I'll put it right there. Yeah, show me the money. US dollars in Australia, mate. I can buy a house if I sell a couple of Denos.
Alexa, airbrush off.
Actually, you should look at your profile. I've got some ones that you probably forgotten that I've even got.
Oh, I would for sure.
I've got the... Actually, I've got some really cool things painted. I've got some Grubers, some Roman Grubers.
Yeah, you got some.
Meg
awesome
Marples did me some one. I've got some of hers. I've got some Denos. I've got. Oh, I'm gonna have to look it up on my phone because I've always been a. Out of yours, Deno, I've got some witches that you painted.
Have you?
Yep. Your Boudica, your big Boudica
You got
chick.
my Boudica.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did a swap or a
You know
exchange
that won
or
a silver
something.
medal at Scale Model Challenge in the Master category? Sorry,
Did it?
silver at Monty. That
Well, it's for sale now. Silver Monty Boudica model. The Traveller.
Yeah, that won a silver at Monty. I was shocked by that.
It's great.
There's a lot more like historical sort of styling than I normally do.
Yeah. Trying to look now. But I've got a Sebastian,
Yeah.
Seb Archer before he was super famous. I got him to do me a couple. I got some Meg Marples. I've got Roman Gruber. I've got you. I'm trying to think. I've got a Swinson model somewhere that I got him when I was at Chicago and got to paint for me.
Yeah.
Who was a really famous American chick painter back in the day who was...
Jennifer
Jen
Haley.
Haley. Yep, I've got Jen Haley painted me a model. I've got a Jen Haley model.
There's quite a few actually. Ixtab, yeah, Meg did move to Australia in probably around 2005, 6 maybe.
I've got her Disco Orc.
Yeah, she's actually the original person who organised the Crimson Brush. Back then it was called the Crystal Dragon.
Yeah, when Meg came to Australia, didn't it? She came out here to paint as a visitor. She was probably one of those early... She was an early visitor, wasn't she?
She met Mark
That's right.
over in the States,
Yeah.
and
They were married,
they
weren't
got married,
Yeah.
and she moved over here.
Yeah.
Have unfortunately since split.
Yep.
But yeah.
So... Yeah, but I'm looking to raise some funds, so I might be selling my Denos. I'll bring them along on the thing so that viewers can buy a Deno.
Probably won't get you as much as it used to.
No, you've still got some crazy mad collectors out there who will buy anything you slap paint on Deno, don't they?
Well, if you go to
Boudica is good.
if you go to Verco's
if people want to have a
Vault,
look at it now, have a look on. I really like it. It's a huge model.
if you were to go to Verco's Vault, there is a Deno wing. All of my big dioramas are over there. Pretty much. Alright, this one we might need to do some red glow darkening, I reckon. Might be the go.
Are you a big Deno on putty and paint, Deno?
I am?
Wow. I'm just looking at.
Oh yeah, I've got history on the internet, mate.
I know, mate. There's no hiding you.
If I ever applying for a job.
Oh, remember that one? The God of Rock?
Yeah, that was awesome.
That was... Man. You've got such a...
Backlog.
And I was amazed you actually painted the back of that one. There you are. Banshees said he liked it. I'm trying to look for the big Deno. Here we go. Wow, you've only got 97. So if I...
Well, I deleted a lot off there.
Did you?
I just keep my good ones. The ones that I like.
The ones that you like. I'm trying to look to see.
Boudica's on there. She'll be about fucking 5 years ago.
Oh, longer than that. That was a cool Spira model. I really liked that one. I did. That was an awesome one. I think that was one of the best ones you did. You've always painted really
Vibrant.
but big models.
Oh yeah, I love big models.
Huge.
Well, I just love miniatures, right? I love the miniature hobby.
Yeah.
Like I've always just been, because my love affair with this game started when I walked into a shop called Dragon's Keep.
Yep.
And it blew me away because they had all these
That was
cool
one of my
miniatures.
favourites
Yeah, that
as
was a good
well.
one too.
The Big Crow miniatures Uruk model. That was a good model.
And having that stuff blow me away. So now, like when I explain this on stream all the time, anytime I am like, what do I want to paint next?
Yeah.
I always ask myself, what would little Deno like to see? You know, what would little Deno want?
So I own that one.
You do own that little thief, yeah.
Yeah, I know that. We did that in a painting class.
We
together.
did.
We did it in Meg Marple's
We
painting
did, yeah.
class. No, it's not there. Bootka's not there, Deno.
If you
got
Google-
rid of her.
No, it'll be on my Instagram.
Instagram.
Alexa, airbrush on.
Do you just have reels and model on Instagram? How many followers you got now, Deno? Whoa, 22,000 followers. That's pretty impressive.
I'm an actual internet painting celebrity now, mate. You might not know that.
Yeah, mate, you and Virat Kohli, you know, he's got 22 million or 100 million and you've got 22,000. You're up there.
If miniature painting was as popular as cricket, mate, I'd be the Virat Kohli of miniature
Mate.
painting.
And actually, it really surprises me that there are no, like, Indian... Like, I might be wrong, but considering the Indian population is now the biggest, like,
No,
country
Indian
in the
miniature
world...
painters.
Like, no, like someone from 1.8 billion people, that there's not... Maybe there is. Maybe they're just not on the scene, but...
That's an interesting observation.
But
Joe.
don't you think?
Yeah, I do. Alexa, airbrush off.
You were there for a while. What was your favourite colour there for a while, Deno?
Oh, I've had lots of favourite colours. It's green for a long time.
It was green. The purple. What was the purple one?
Yeah, purple was a big one too. Always a fan of purple. Purple and green would probably be my two love affairs.
Wow, how many pictures have you got? I could be going back forever.
You'll be
looking
scrolling for a long time if you want to
looking
try and
for
find
Boudica.
Boudica.
I'm bringing it. So next time I'm on, I'll bring my Deno collection along, so people can have a look. Because some of them are really quite old now.
They are.
They are massively old.
It's interesting to see how my style has evolved and changed.
I liked a lot of your old stuff. I think maybe this is not a criticism, you a little bit. You were more precise back then.
I definitely was, yeah. No,
Does that make sense?
It's not a criticism. I've definitely gotten less precise.
Oh. So I own that bad boy.
Do you?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
There you go. Can you?
Yeah, you can put that on camera. Apparently Gov owns that.
Yeah. Yep. Selling that bad boy. Anybody wants to make a bid? Put it up.
It's not often I do that, but when you do scroll through my Instagram, you realise how many fucking models I've painted.
Oh, it's insane. So this is the thing, mate. You've diluted your product. Less is more. Now, here's something. What's the name of this model again? What's the name of that one?
There and back again.
There and back again. So I own the box art one. Done
Do
by
you?
Yes. That's what I was trying to...
That's sculpted by Lucas Pina, that one.
Yes. There and back again. Because it's not made anymore.
No.
I'm trying to find it now. Not going to be able to find it.
Boudica, it's on there. I can guarantee you it's on there.
The there and back again. Who made that model?
FER Miniatures, I think. It was sculpted by Lucas Pina. I know that much. I imagine that's just because of the timing. No, Mana Man. Timing of the streams.
Anyway, I can't remember who painted it, but I got the box art.
It wasn't Masculines, was it?
Yes. So I've got the... Mate, I paid a bomb for it back then, but it's awesome.
There's a few Aussie streamers, few good ones. I just want to get rid of that bit. Maybe I'll try rubbing it off. Shouldn't do that on stream, but
What are you doing?
rubbing it off.
Just get to join a razor.
As a general rule, right? As a general rule, and I don't mean to criticise other painters, but I think people that come on and stream and paint forget about the fact that they're supposed to be there to paint. Like, I've watched streamers that sit on camera
Yeah, and just talk.
and just talk.
We're doing a lot of talking.
Well, I'm doing a lot of painting. Alright, well, I'm going to do one more big boy. Maybe. What's the time? 8:48, yeah.
Oh, you
Shooting
finish in
soon.
about 10 minutes? What?
Yeah.
Hell, done squat. But righto, well, I will bring in my Deno collection. Miniatures by Denison.
Minutes by
But
General.
it will be interesting to show them up in your camera because they're ones that people would never have seen because they're...
I did them before I was streaming.
some of them are
Alexa,
quite old.
airbrush on. Thank you. Yeah, most people say, oh, I do streaming and I'm about half as productive as I normally am. I'm exactly the same level of productive whether I'm streaming or not. It does not change. I paint. If I come down here to paint, I paint.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll give you that. You're very... what's the word?
Good looking. Thanks, mate. It's nice of you to say that.
Yeah. No, you're productive.
No, I am.
You're just cheap clippers.
Don't be calling my clippers cheap, mate. They're the best clippers you can get.
That is... Tell me that is not Vecna. You know. That's very cool.
So this guy's called the Tormentor.
Tormentor.
Did Mossy enjoy painting? I had Mossy on stream a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What'd she paint?
She painted some stuff for Grimcoven. Same game I'm painting right
nice.
now. Yeah, she had fun. She likes it. She doesn't really like me, but not many people do.
Like it is really good. So sitting with people and painting is pretty cool. Like good social. So one thing I've missed more than anything because painting in isolation is, I don't know.
Isolating.
Well, it's not stimulating. It's not boring. It's good to look over and go, oh, what are you doing? Show me that. That looks really cool. Do you know what I mean?
I do.
I wonder how many people still paint by themselves. Paint with no friends. Well, now we've got that game. I've never played it. I'll have to come over and we'll have to play it. Faceless. Been sitting on my shelf since the Kickstarter came out, and I got it. That's a lot of metal.
Yeah.
And guys, entirely metal.
Alright, now I'm going to do some skin and cloak. So what colour do we
What's
make
your
that
Twitch
guy's
channel?
skin?
What is it? Is it on Twitch?
Twitch.
Oh no, we're on YouTube, aren't we?
No, well, I'm on YouTube for my board games and I do Twitch for my paintings. So twitch.tv/big_Deno.
Big_.
We'll just do this red maybe. I haven't done. Nah, it's hard to do red and that. Maybe we'll do dark blue. Dark blue.
So, talk to us about paints. Have you changed anything paint-wise? Because, as per normal, every time I turn around, there's a new paint range.
I've been pretty solid on the AK 3rd generation now for a long time.
Yeah.
But it's not the range I'd recommend to a newer painter. The range I would recommend is always Vallejo. I think they're the most consistent all-round paint range.
Yep, agreed.
But yeah, I use AK 3rd generation and Chimera primarily are my paints that I use.
Yeah. You can't go past all the GW contrasts and washes and stuff
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
the
They're
contrast
pretty cool.
paints, not
Really
only
good.
do I use them a lot in board game figures, but I use them all the time for display stuff.
Yeah. They got such a high saturation.
Incredible coverage.
Without my glasses, I can't even see what people are saying up in the chat.
Yeah, there's a lot of paint ranges out there. I think
Oh mate, I've got buckloads of
I think the best thing you can do is just find one that works for you, and just learn how to use it. People are always trying to chase the paint range, and if I just use these paints, it'll make me better. That's not what makes you better.
practice.
Practice,
Actually,
practice,
I think people. I remember when you got serious about it, about painting, probably about a decade ago.
Yeah.
You used to paint when I was in the shop. You would be coming in. You'd just be bringing stuff in. Remember, you used to do little chibis.
Yeah.
Remember, you did chibis.
Yeah.
And you would just smash stuff out.
Well, I reckon I went through a period of about 5 years, which resulted in the breakdown of my marriage,
I know. I should have laughed.
where I just painted all the time.
Yeah. Ooh, look at that. You got a 4Es.
Pretty good.
Scientific. Mine's a. Ooh, that's got some speed in
It's
it.
got some power.
So what? Because everything's got ball bearings that go rusty in them now. Yeah, but you used to.
I just painted all
You
the time.
just painted.
3-4 hours a night. And
Yeah.
that is what turned me from just brown with a wash
Yeah.
into winning medals at Monty and whatever else.
Yeah. Yeah. But you really, like, you did a lot of, yeah, you spent a lot of hours.
I did.
And it's like anything, you gotta do the work.
Yeah, if you do the work, you'll get better. And when I did classes, for the couple of years that I did classes, that was basically what I would say in the class. It's like,
Yeah.
this class is not going to make you better. It is painting that's going to make you better.
Yeah.
So you paint and things will improve. I did sub to Mini Mentor. Gav and I had subs to Mini Mentor. We watched all their videos.
What was that?
Miniature Mentor.
Oh,
remember
Miniature
that?
Mentor, yeah.
And we were obviously friends with Seb at the time, and Seb did a Miniature Mentor video that was on his.
I remember that. They really kicked it off, and I've still got...
I've still got a drive that's got all those on.
I've got burnt discs with the Miniature Mentor stuff on it. Yeah, like, because we've been around a long time now. Like, there's so many, like, so many iterations of what's changed over the years. DVDs. I've still got DVDs of.
Didn't Jen Haley do a painting DVD?
Yeah, I've got all them. I've got all those old. It was amazing.
Alexa, airbrush off. Thank you.
Oh, here's Big Dano. He's there right now.
Look at him, he's live.
I'm watching you.
Yeah, the
I'm
Dark
here.
Sword vids.
Yeah. So how do you see your chat on this? Oh, there it is.
That was you, Gaff.
There's the logo.
Oh, I've gone a bit much of that. That's okay. We'll recover it. Let's make sure this is dry.
I like that. Gav does the talking, Dano does the painting. Yep. I'm the voiceover colour man. Dano does the hard works in the commentary box, calling the ball by ball blows, and I just add just a little bit of flavour on the side. You know, I'm the Tom Brady.
Yeah, Jeremiah Bonament Teboul had a great DVD.
Gav is here to make some monies, like, you know. Yeah, I'm here to flog my denizens.
Probably not a bad place to do it on a captive audience.
Yeah. It's actually, I am cleaning out my my Spiras, because I bought doubles. Remember, I bought doubles of everything.
Oh yeah, you were smart.
I've always loved his stuff. But owning the shop, like, you just would buy things, you know?
Yeah.
Yep, I'll get that. I'll do that. Now I've got a garage full of it. So what are you putting on there, Dino? That is a brown wash, isn't it?
That is brown with a wash. No, that's actually a thing called this. Have you ever used that?
Ah, okay. Who's that made by?
Dirty Down. So basically,
Never seen that.
if you mix it, it's actually got like little grit in there.
Oh, okay.
But the way that it dries, it dries just like rust, real rust.
How did you find that?
Oh mate, when you actually been in the painting hobby as long as I have, you know, you just come across these things.
Licks tab put down before JBT.
Jeremy Bonaventure
Teboul. Yes, I've got those DVDs. Look, and you know what? They're amazing, those old DVDs.
Oh yeah, because none of those techniques have gone out of style. They're all about stuff that you need to know.
Have you never did... What do you think about Patreon, Dano?
Yeah, I like Patreon. Have I ever thought about doing one?
Yeah.
No. So one of
You're really a slave to content then, aren't you?
Exactly. One of the things that makes me enjoy my hobby is the fact that I don't have to do it. If I decide that I just want to go and play games for a few weeks, I'll go play games for a few weeks.
Yeah.
That's just been... Every time I think to myself, yeah, I'll do a Patreon or I'll do a thing, you realise that you have to do it, and then suddenly you lose all the joy and enthusiasm for it. And you know what that's like with commission painting.
Yeah. It's interesting that, you know, all the self-help gurus go, you know what, in life, find what you love and do it
Never.
as your job. And if
Never.
I actually go the other way, that can kill what you love.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean?
Does.
I work to make money to do the things I love in life. I like what I do. Don't
Yep.
get me wrong. I love being a teacher, but it's not. I'm not every day going right. You know, it provides me the money and the security to do the hobbies and the things that I love doing.
Yep.
So
I am
guess
the
that's-
same. I do not have a job, so I can love it. I have a job so that I can do the things that I love. And
Yeah. And it'd be interesting. I think most people out there would probably, like, yeah. I remember Dr. Phil. Yeah, farm what you love and do it. You know, and yeah, no. I think you're right. You end up killing it, and then you end up painting things that you don't want to paint because you've got to make money.
well, I only take commissions that are stuff I want to do. So there's people who've come to me and said, "Oh, I've got a commission for you," and I'll just look at it and go, "Nah, thanks, mate, I'm fine."
Have you done any box art?
And they're like, "I'll pay you a lot." I was like, "I don't care how much you pay me. I don't want to do it."
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it's not about the money for me. It's if I want to do the paint job, I'll do the paint job. If I don't, I
Yeah.
don't. I haven't done box arts for a while. I haven't done one for a while, but I probably have one coming up soon.
Oh, do you want to?
No, I can't talk about it. The last
Talk about it.
the last couple I did were for Mindworks. Actually, I will show you this. This is maybe I'll show you on my phone. Yeah, so we can't really talk about this, but this is
I can look.
yeah, you
I
can
can,
look.
and I can like go. Ooh, ah.
Yeah, so this is some new figures coming out from this one.
Wow, that's right. Okay, I've seen that before. I know this company. Ooh, very cool.
So these are all
I like that one.
yeah,
I've always
these
liked
are all
that one.
specials that I can buy for cheaper, but this one's new coming out.
That's
So-
it. Isn't that a bit of a derivative of the other one?
No, it's from an artwork, piece of artwork.
Yeah, yeah. Very cool. Well,
Don't talk about Mindworks.
if you do Deno, that'll be amazing. If you do that, that'll be awesome.
All right, friends, we're gonna wrap up there. It's been a wonderful couple of hours painting little toys. I did a lot of good toys, and I'm happy with that. So, Gav probably won't be back next week because I'm probably won't be back next week because I'm getting ready for Crimson. But hopefully we'll have Gav back soon where he can continue to rib me and be a dickhead.
I will actually paint. I'll actually do something.
I'll believe that when I see it.
I'll bring my airbrush.
I'll believe that when I see
And
it.
I'll try not to just squirt paint like you do all the time. I'll actually have a continuous flow of air and let the paint,
Don't
release.
hate me because you ain't me, mate.
Oh, it's just falling off. It's all falling apart now. Isn't it?
Don't hate me because you ain't me. I know you want to be me, but
Everybody wants to be Deno. That's pretty cool.
it's awesome.
You didn't tell me. Did you say how you found it?
Grimcoven.
No,
game?
the paint, that rust paint.
Oh,
Did you see someone
no,
that put you
no,
onto it?
no. It was just at a shop one day and I tried it and it was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm back tonight playing board games. So
By yourself.
yeah. And actually,
You always win if you play against yourself,
not
don't you?
always,
You'll
but
lose.
most of the time. But actually, I will say tomorrow night's board game stream is very exciting. I've got some pre-release content that's coming to Kickstarter, Game Found. So if you're interested in Small Time Heroes, you should come and check that out tomorrow night. And that's it. I'll catch you all again soon. Thanks for chatting. Big Deno and Gav out.